In the continuing series on working paperless, today I will tell you about how I do it. Hey, what's up smarts? Happy Wednesday. A couple of weeks ago I started a blog post series about working paperless. Working paperless is the most important element of my productivity system. I started it some 5 years ago now, and I think it's time that I share it with you. This blog post series consists of 4 parts. The first part was about how I started it, and the second part was about why I work paperless. And today's video is about how I do it. As for every process, there are 3 phases. There's the input phase, there is processing, and there's the output phase. So let's start with the simple one, that's the output phase, because that's the one that you can control yourself. So when you want to start working paperless, then stop giving people physical documents as of today. And stop using the postal services. You don't need them anymore. The only exception is when people explicitly ask you to give them a physical document. Of course, input is a lot harder to control because you have to prevent others from giving paper to you. But here are some things that you can do. First of all, when somebody hands you a physical document, you can ask them for a digital copy. Second, when you receive mail, I mean physical mail, then you can ask the sender if they can send you email in the future. You can also be an evangelist for working paperless in your office, so you can convince people to stop using paper. And for all things that you receive on paper that you can't stop, you have to digitize it as soon as possible. So that means that you have to scan it. The way I do that, I will explain in part 4. And then of course there's processing. That's also a hard part because you have to get used to that you don't write things on paper anymore and don't draw things on paper anymore. And you have to start using electronic devices for that, like PCs and iMacs and tablets and smartphones and perhaps other things that I can think of right now. There are all kinds of tools available to do this, and there are all kinds of apps available. I will be talking about those in the next episode. So if you're interested in working paperless, I want to ask you to read this week's blog post and the blog post that I already wrote in the past few weeks. And stay tuned for the next one where I will be talking about tools. And that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it as always. To keep in touch, you can join the Hard or Smart community or subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find all the details in the description below. And remember, every day you have the choice to do things the hard way or the smart way. Be smart, and I'll see you on the next one.